The NAC season is still young, but if you were to watch the Massena Red Raiders and the Salmon River Shamrocks, you would think both teams were fighting for the last spot in the playoffs. The Red Raiders are a young team this season with only a handful of returning veterans in the lineup, but they are still a tough team to beat. The Salmon River Shamrocks play a fast-paced, physical type of game, and veteran coach Bill Plon is known to many as the coach's coach when it comes to hockey in the Great White North. It's the Massena Red Raiders and the Salmon River Shamrocks on Edwards Production Sports.
From Salmon River, you're watching Northern Athletic Conference hockey action here on Edwards Production Sports. Hi again, hockey fan Chip Chapman along with my colleague Jamie Davis. Jamie, this one should be a good one here tonight as the Massena Central Red Raiders travel here to Salmon River, take on the Salmon River Shamrocks.
Well, this has always been a good contest right here. And you've got two teams that have, well, a clash of styles. You've got a lot of speed on the Massena Red Raiders and some very accurate shooting. On the other hand, you have a very physical and very fast Salmon River team. So it ought to be a real interesting contest.
Interesting also because Salmon River come in here with probably the more experienced hockey players than Massena Central. Of course, the Red Raiders this year with 11 sophomores on this hockey team, and Salmon River with more experience. They have some young players, some freshmen and some sophomores that have played on this varsity team now a year or two. So ought to be an interesting game here tonight, and glad to have you along with us here on Edwards Production Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by the Bears Den, Route 37 in Hogansburg. By Massena Optics, 55 Main Street in Massena. By Kanakahaga Fuels, Route 37 Hogansburg. By Bill Edmonds of Cash and Real Estate. By the Club 37, Tripoli Road in Massena. By Blevins Brothers, Hubleton Road in Ogdensburg. Mort Backus & Sons, 4835 State Highway 68 in Ogdensburg. Massena Big M, 232 North Main Street in Massena. By Massena Chrysler Plymouth, 98 Center Street in Massena. By C&M Ford, East Orvis Street in Massena. By Pete's Jewelers, 10 Phillips Street in Massena. By Carbonell's Jewelry Store, 45 Main Street in Massena, and Gateway Center in Ogdensburg. And by BJ's Wholesale Club, St. Lawrence Center Plaza in Massena. Thank you to all these sponsors from all of us at Edwards Production Sports.
Welcome back to the Salmon River Ice Arena. Jamie Davis and Chip Chapman, along with cameraman Chad Edwards. Glad to have you along with us. And as we start play here tonight, the Red Raiders have back in the lineup tonight Mike LaPointe, who's seeing his first game since being hurt during the fall, I believe it was, or over the summer, swinging a bat. Mike LaPointe's been trying to get back over a kind of a wrist injury as he's been out.
I'm sure that he's very happy to be back in the lineup. He's a huge asset to the Massena Red Raiders, and I'm sure he was very much missed while he was gone.
Matt Smythe is our goaltender for the Massena Central Red Raiders. And Salmon River pressuring here in the early going. As in the corner now, it's LeBlanc with a puck, Steve LeBlanc. Back to the point, held in by Bayshaw. Joe Bayshaw takes a shot, but it goes off a leg. Finally, the Red Raiders come up. Nice pass. Here's LaPointe in over the line. Puts on the brakes. Waiting. Nice pass for Purple. He shoots. He scores. And the Red Raiders get on the board. And we played less than a minute in this game, and it looked like goaltender that time. Garrett Cree got a piece of that Les Purple shot, but hey, Jamie, Mike LaPointe, first line shift from coming back, and it doesn't take him long to figure in the scoring.
Well, you remember I said in the first contest we did this season between Massena and OFA that he is very much missed, and I think you're going to see that combination of Les Purple and LaPointe get together quite a bit this season.
So the Shamrocks come out with a flurry of activity early as they get a couple of good shots on goal, and Nat Smythe making some saves, but here's a save by Garrett Cree.
Number 12, assisted by number 7.
Les Purple from Mike LaPointe, and the time of the goal was the 54-second mark, Jamie, I believe. Oh, I know what you were asking me for. I apologize, Fred. You're looking for that sheet, aren't you? From the jaw on the Salmon River zone. Puck held in by the Red Raiders. Eric Meacham plays it behind the net. In forechecking is Justin Walsh. Pinching now is Mike Cameron along the boards. Red Raiders hold the puck in. John Tarbell thought about going after the puck, but he's a defenseman, so he elects to skate back out in front of his own goal. Now at the point, here's a shot taken by Matt Gerard. That goes wide of the net. It was deflected. Doing some checking is Nate Boots in his own zone, but the Red Raiders come out with it. Here's a shot, a great save that time by Garrett Cree. Not sure if it would have been on goal or not, because Cree had the angle cut down on the shooter that time, which was Justin Walsh. But Garrett Cree, who stopped 45 shots last week in a 1-0 Potsdam victory. Garrett Cree played outstanding, has picked up right where he left off there. Cree has already, of course, allowed one goal on the first shot of this hockey game by the Massena Central Red Raiders, but he's made a couple of stops since then, and that one a fine save. We've played about 2 minutes in our first period. Red Raiders leading here 1-0. At the point, Adam Barkley playing the puck in the corner. Going after it there is Nick Cormanius. Back to the point, held in. Here's a flip shot right on. Save made by Cree. And the rebound cleared by Cody Thompson, but not out. Red Raiders, here's a shot. Just misses wide as Cormanius. Red Raiders doing some good forechecking here. And the Salmon River Shamrocks coughing up the puck in their own zone. Cody Thompson off the boards, held in at the point, but only momentarily. Sean Chubb plays at the center. Poke checked off his stick there. Wiley sends it into the Red Raiders zone. Red Raiders trying to break out and catch Salmon on a line change. In overline, Mario Houle. Houle shooting save made Nat Smythe. He lost it momentarily, but was able to sweep it into the corner. Salmon center it in front. It rolls through the crease, but nobody there with a white and green jersey on to put that puck home. Played 3 minutes in our first period. Red Raiders trying to break out. They play at the center. This is John Tarbell. Flipping it back in. It goes over the boards and out of play. So, Jamie, an interesting start to this game. We've seen some scoring opportunities on both sides. There you get a look a moment ago at the Massena Central Red Raider bench. We'll be back with more Northern Athletic Conference hockey right after this.
After a long, hard day, relax at the Club 37 on Tripoli Road in Massena. Club 37, of course, offers all your favorite beverages and now all the nibbles to go along with it, too, like wings, burgers, and assorted munchies. Challenge a friend in a game of pool or just relax with your favorite beverage and now your favorite munchies at the Club 37 on Tripoli Road in Massena.
Red Raiders control the draw, but Kyle Wells directs the puck into the Salmon zone. Tarbell along the boards. Red Raiders hold it into the blue line. Stopped by John Tarbell. He'll play it a pass intended for Houle, a little bit too far for him. Salmon in forecheck. We have a penalty coming up on the play. Steve LeBlanc knocked down in front of the Red Raider goal, but a penalty coming before that. This gives us a chance to tell you that this our officiating crew for tonight's game are from Lake Placid, Mike St. Louis and Butch Martin. So we're going to see the first power play in this hockey game. The penalty is going to go to number 99 of Salmon River, Noah McDonald. We'll get the call on the goal in a moment.
As we said, Chip, the Salmon River squad, a physical team. They're well known for it.
3:32, I believe, is the time of the penalty, Jamie. And the Red Raiders are on the power play here. This is Mike LaPointe, the captain, playing across ice. Now for Mike Cameron. He'll slap it into the Salmon zone as the Red Raiders try to set up on the power play. Behind the net. Stick handling there. Les Pribble. The Red Raiders go with LaPointe, Pribble, Joe Weisskopf up front, and at the points, Matt Gerard and Mike Cameron. Hitting from behind is the call on Noah McDonald. So the Red Raider power play out there. This is LaPointe working it over the line. Side swipes a check, but Steve LeBlanc is back, and he'll play it out to center ice. Salmon going with a penalty killing unit here of Joe Bayshaw, along with Cody Thompson. Also out there is Adam Rufa and Steve LeBlanc.
As you said, many returning veterans on this Salmon River squad, where you take a look at the Massena Red Raiders, and I think there's only like about 6 returning veterans on that team. A young team, but you look down the road a couple of years from now, and who knows, right?
Yeah, they're going to be good. And obviously the Red Raiders are going to improve as the season goes on this year. And I'm sure likewise with the Salmon River hockey team.
The only problem with that is that every other team does the same thing. They improve as the year goes on. We saw that last year.
Yes. From the draw.
I guess it's like wine. It improves with age, I guess.
Now with a puck behind the net. This is Tim O'Shea. O'Shea playing it for Walsh, who tries to feed in front. Garrett Cree plays it behind the net for Salmon. Now at the point, Red Raiders trying to set up Barkley. Now it's over for Eric Meacham. Now back to the point, penalized player back on the ice, and Salmon back at full strength. This is O'Shea trying to center in front. He does, and he scores. Tim O'Shea, that time, just kind of like had it between his skates, quickly got it up to his stick, and before Garrett Cree could react, the puck was behind him, Jamie.
But you got to take a look at the passing. The Massena Red Raiders, did you see very many passes missed? Not at all. I didn't.
So 9:43 to go in our first period, and there you could look at Tim O'Shea going back to the bench. And for Tim O'Shea on the season now, he picks up his 3rd goal of the season. We have an offsides call. Red Raiders here in the early going are going to be without the services of a couple of defensemen here for a couple of periods probably. And that's going to be John Rochefort and Charlie Durant. And if you'll recall, in the last game against OFA, 22 and 5 pick up the assist. That's Meacham and Walsh. O'Shea gets the goal. As I mentioned, Red Raiders will be without the services of a couple of defensemen here for a couple of periods here. Here's Rufa letting a shot go on Nat Smythe, and he ripped that one high over the Red Raider goal. Now in front of the net, it's Eric DeRosie with a puck. He'll play it to center for Joe Weisskopf. Weisskopf didn't see teammate Nick Cormanius breaking down the center of the ice. Well, the Red Raiders may have had a breakaway. Holding it in is Andy St. Thomas. In the corner, Red Raiders over skate there. There's a hit, but Salmon finally clear out of their own zone. 8:49 remaining, first period. We have a penalty coming up. We'll see the second, or checked out, we'll see the first Red Raider power play, the Salmon River power play, that is, when we return. 2-0 Red Raiders lead.
A great selection of GM cars and trucks, including Oldsmobile and Pontiac, and over 40 years of professional, courteous service. Mort Backus & Sons in Ogdensburg. North Country customers rely on Mort Backus & Sons' nationally recognized service department. Genuine GM parts and factory-trained technicians means your service is guaranteed. Choose St. Lawrence County's one-stop sales and service center for Buick, Chevy, Chevy trucks, Geo, Oldsmobile, and Pontiac. Mort Backus & Sons in Ogdensburg.
So Joe Weisskopf will be the penalized player for the Massena Central Red Raiders as we see Salmon River's power play here. And head coach Bill Plott sends out up front here Scott Thompson, and that's Thompson with a puck, along with Sean Chubb. This is Cody Thompson. Cody Thompson loses the puck, and the Red Raiders clear the length of the ice. Also out there, Steve LeBlanc for Salmon River. Scott Thompson loses a puck. Big collision as Justin Walsh runs into Thompson. Now with the puck is John Tarbell. Red Raiders countering here. 8:49, I think they called it. Cross-checking to Weisskopf. Red Raiders here countering with Ben Nightingale on defense here. Tim O'Shea also penalty killing. Justin Walsh. Here's a pat save by Nat Smythe, and he covers up as there's a Salmon player right on the doorstep, and that was number 77, Sean Chubb. So there you go to look at Nat Smythe, the goaltender.
Shamrock's putting on a little bit of pressure of their own. They're down 2-0. I'm sure they do not want to go in the locker room at the end of this first period, being down 2-0. I'm sure they want to try to even up the score.
Salmon with a couple of injuries here this evening and a couple of other players who are not in the lineup. Red Raiders have DeRosie out there penalty killing right now. Justin Walsh, Adam Barkley, Tim O'Shea. Those are the penalty killers. Just 5 seconds remaining on the Red Raider penalty kill. 7:20 in our first period. Great to have you along with us for Northern Athletic Conference hockey action here on Cable 24, Edwards Production Sports. I think we're going to have an icing call here. No, it's waved off. Red Raiders steal a puck. Justin Walsh backhands it in front, but broken up by the Salmon defense. And this is Swamp with a puck. But check that, it's Ben DeLuca.
That's right.
DeLuca. And I had to catch myself there as Salmon have a couple of players wearing uniforms, jersey numbers that they just have not had a chance to change the names on. That player a moment ago, Ben DeLuca, is out there. He wears number 19. Now with a puck, it's Cody Thompson. He'll play it into the Red Raider zone. 6.5 minutes remaining here in our first period. Thompson holds in at the blue line. Mario Houle plays into the corner. Salmon trying to feed in front. Here's a shot on the short side, but Smythe had that covered. And the Red Raiders work back. Weisskopf headmans for Cormanius. In over the line. This is Massena's Andy St. Thomas. Left it there for Cormanius, whose shot went wide. Now, Cormanius has it. He shoots. He scores. And the Red Raiders, just like that, lead 3-0. And it's Nick Cormanius who will pick up the goal.
Cormanius in the right place at the right time. Puck just happened to be going his way. And he sent it home for the score. 3-0 Red Raiders.
I think St. Thomas and Weisskopf might figure in on the assists. And just like that, the Red Raiders have a strong first period here. And with 6 minutes remaining, they lead 3-0.
One fellow that really was working hard during that play was Andy St. Thomas. He did an awful lot of skating around out there trying to set that up.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets credit with an assist on that goal, Jamie. We're still waiting for the call.
I would dare say.
Massena's third goal scored by number 24, Nick Cormanius, assisted by number 16, Joe Weisskopf, and number 10,
So Weisskopf, and I believe they said St. Thomas, on the assists. Cormanius gets the goal. Red Raiders leading here 3-0 with 5:40 remaining in our first period. Behind the net, Nightingale for Massena plays into the corner, but Salmon have it there. Now back to the point. Here's a shot that rolls past the Red Raider goal, just wide of the mark. Shamrock's in forechecking. Steve LeBlanc can't work it free from Cameron, but it's held in at the point. Here's a shot taken by Nate Boots. We have a penalty coming up on the play. It's going to be to Massena. Behind the net, LeBlanc being checked on the play by Cameron. Now in the corner, it's touched. And the Red Raiders will be penalized. We'll get a look at that second Salmon River power play when we return. It's Massena 3, Salmon nothing. We'll be back right after this.
The Bears Den on Route 37 in Hogansburg is your one-stop headquarters for gas, diesel, propane, CAM2 racing fuel, and delicious foods. The Bears Den restaurant is open from 6 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Shop their gift shop specials now in effect, and remember, Canadian money at par on all video rentals all summer long. The Bears Den has an expanded trucker's lounge for your convenience. And remember, racers, you can pick up your Camp 2 racing fuel at the Eastern and Western Door convenience stores, and all your grocery needs too. The Bears Den, Route 37, Hogansburg, the Eastern and Western Door convenience stores located on both ends of the reservation.
Welcome back to the Salmon River Ice Arena, where it's 3-0.
1 minute 30 seconds for interference.
Interference is the call to Massena's number 9, Mike Cameron. So Salmon River have, let's see, here's Tarbell losing the puck. Red Raiders steal. Here's LaPointe with a quick shot. That's kicked away by Garrett Cree. Salmon River started out fast here in this hockey game, and they've had a couple of chances, but they've also had some plays, Jamie, where they've been rather sloppy in their own end, and it's cost them.
Oh, yeah, definitely has. And they've had 2 opportunities, their second opportunity on the power play. They still have 55 seconds left on this one, but now's the time to capitalize.
Yeah, and they haven't even gotten the puck out of their own zone since, this power play started, as they've just played a little sluggish, and Red Raiders trying to keep some pressure on here as they can. Scott Thompson out there, Cody Thompson, along with John Tarbell. Cree has to come out. Oh, a big collision with his teammate, Cody Thompson. Now in over the line, Steve LeBlanc. LeBlanc feeds in front. Here's a shot by Sean Chubb as Chubb was breaking to the net as he was splitting between the defensemen that time. And Nat Smythe makes a nice save, and he holds on for a face-off. I don't think that Chubb got the full force on that shot.
No, he didn't quite get all of it. He had a nice feed from LeBlanc, a perfect feed right in front. In fact, I would dare say that is the best scoring opportunity right there that the Shamrocks have had so far.
That play reminded you of a receiver going down the middle because he just tried to split the defense that time.
Sure did.
Face off to the right of the Red Raiders, Nat Smythe. 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining to play here in our first period. Red Raiders with Eric DeRosie out there killing off this penalty along with Joe Weisskopf. Nick Cormanius, he's going to go to the bench for some fresh legs here. Ben Nightingale, now Tim O'Shea, the penalty killers for Massena. Salmon River with Joe Bayshaw, Cody Thompson, Sean Chubb. Salmon River trying to feed in front. Scott Thompson out there.
Well, Cameron back out and back to the bench real quick.
And Steve LeBlanc out there for Salmon. Here's a backhander taken by Justin Walsh. That goes wide of the mark. Rebound cleared, but not out. Nightingale one-times it, deflected in front by the Shamrocks, and here they come back to center. This is Scott Thompson. He's knocked down from behind by Eric Meacham. Good check by Meacham. And now they're going to say a delayed offsides, and I think it's going to go all the way back down into the Salmon River zone for a face-off with 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in our first period. These teams are each 1 and 2 on the season. And for Salmon River, they have lost to Baldwinsville 4-3. They beat Over Norfolk 6-2, and they lost to Potsdam last Wednesday by the score of 1-0. And as I mentioned earlier, a 45-save performance in that game by Garrett Curry. The only goal he allowed was in the first period. But I think they also only had about 11 shots on goal. Here's a shot. The Red Raiders now make it 4-0. And I believe it's Eric Meacham. And it is.
Eric Meacham with the goal, and just a little, more or less a wrist shot.
Snapshot, right.
Stayed right on the ice, and in it went.
And for Eric Meacham, that's his first goal as a varsity hockey player here with the Massena Central Red Raiders, so a big night for Meacham.
The least they could do is skate over and give him the puck.
Yes. Just like Joe Ward on last Wednesday night.
Sure.
And I believe also scoring his first goal his first varsity goal last week was the defenseman, Matt Gerard, for the Massena Central Red Raiders. So the Red Raiders in for checking one more time here, and the Red Raider player hauled down from behind. That was Mike Menkes, who was tripped. Salmon River, this is all they need is to be penalized here, and it's going to go to Nate Boots. He's going to go for tripping. So the Red Raiders, who already lead 4-0, are going to go on the power play here. Jamie, I do not know how much wouldn't affect the players that are missing on this Salmon River team who are not in the lineup. I don't know how much of a difference they will make, but I must say, through, what do we have, almost 12 minutes, 13 minutes that we've played in this first period, the Red Raiders have done the job here. It was Meacham from Walsh, and I did not get the other name, Jamie. Here's Mike LaPointe moving in. A wrist shot save made as he tried to keep it low on the ice.
The other assist on the goal go to Clint Kerwin. Is who it sounded like it was going to. Justin Walsh picking up his second assist of the evening.
Salmon trying to clear. Boots goes for tripping, so that's the penalty. Red Raiders here with Pribble, along with LaPointe, Weisskopf up front, and on defense, Adam Barkley and Matt Gerard on this power play. 46 seconds remaining on the power play. Now, Tim Long going to change lines here as Justin Walsh comes back out, along with Tim O'Shea and Eric Meacham.
Walsh with 2 assists on the night, and O'Shea with a goal, so.
Face off. Controlled by Massena, but bringing the puck outside the line was Adam Barkley, and it's an offsides and called on the play.
Coach Bill Plott looked down to the official.
He made the call.
Did you see that?
It was kind of a delayed whistle there as Mike St. Louis didn't blow the whistle right away.
Oh.
But he had a little help from Bill to make that call. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Jamie.
He looked like he was introducing somebody with his hand out. Did you see that?
Every once in a while, you know, people need help. That's all, Bill. That's all.
Coach Plott,
yeah.
Obliging.
Now it's Adam Barkley behind the net. Red Raiders trying to kill off seconds here on this penalty. Minute 25 remaining in our first period. It's been all Massena here, 4-0. Salmon have had some scoring opportunities, but Nat Smythe has been able to keep Salmon off the board to this point. Penalized player back on, and the Red Raiders back at full strength. In over the line. Here's Meacham, a shot. Cree makes the save, and with Tim O'Shea skating in, Garrett decides that I'm going to hold on for another faceoff.
Good glove grab there by Cree, but Shamrock's down by a score of 4-0. But hey, I've seen odder things happen in a hockey game. They still got 2 more periods in front of them, and that score could read 4-4 by the time the second or third period comes to a close very easily.
This is part of this new realignment this year in the Northern Athletic Conference. Here are the Red Raiders with a wraparound. They score. And it's Nick Cormanius who picks up his second goal in this hockey game. And the Red Raiders lead at 5-0. So Nick Cormanius scoring for the Red Raiders.
Well, the Red Raiders putting on a shooting clinic here right now.
You getting Raiders cramp over there yet? You've been busy with that pencil here in this.
I mentioned that the other night, and then they stopped scoring. I shouldn't have said anything. Remember that?
Cormanius gets the goal. Weisskopf gets 1 assist. I didn't hear the other assist.
Number 17, Eric Seacott, getting the other assist.
Seacott going after the loose puck right now. Out there, he's playing out there with Eric DeRosie, and for Eric Seacott, it's his first varsity point also. DeRosie with a puck. Just 17 seconds remaining in our first period.
Ben DeLuca had all he could do to try to get back on side. All he wanted to do was get back on side there, and the Red Raiders weren't going to let him.
Now it's center ice, moving the puck in deep is Joe Ward. Curry out of his net to play it. Puck rolls to the side of the Salmon goal, and that will do it for play in our first period. And fortunately, well, I'm sure Salmon River are glad to see the first period come to an end, as the Massena Central Red Raiders score 5 times in that first period, and after one, they lead 5-0. And we'll be back with more Northern Athletic Conference hockey action from the Salmon River Ice Arena. After this, you're watching Edwards Production Sports.
Thinking of buying or selling? I want to work full-time for you. Call Bill Edmonds at Cash and Real Estate. Our attitude sells homes. 769-0025. Great prices on gas and all your convenience needs is what you'll find when you visit Kanekahaga Fuels on Route 37 in Hogansburg. Kanekahaga doesn't just offer you gas and Canadian-American products. There's much more than that. They offer a complete convenience store well-stocked with all your grocery needs. One of your first stops on the reservation. Ice-cold soda, snacks, gas, and more. Kanekahaga Fuels, located on Route 37 in Hogansburg.
Welcome back to the Salmon River Ice Arena. Chip Chapman along with Jamie Davis, as we've played one period here, Jamie, and it was a big first period for the Massena Central Red Raiders as they lead by the score of 5-0.
Plenty of scoring in that first period. We'll run it down real quick for you. In that first period, scoring for the Massena Red Raiders, Pribble, O'Shea, Carmanius, Meacham, and Carmanius again. So Carmanius with 2 in this hockey game. Penalty minutes, 2 penalties for Salmon River for a total of 3 minutes. Massena, 1 penalty for a total of 1 minute and 30 seconds. And Massena, 7 saves, Salmon River, 5 saves.
And the Red Raiders begin right where they left off in that first period as they come out, pressure Garrett Curry. Curry has to make a couple of good stops here in the early going, as we've only played or checked out Garrett Curry not in the goal now, and it is looks like number 30.
I stopped rather suddenly, and I thought that
It's
Matt Jones is in now for the Salmon River Shamrocks.
It looks like it might be Chris Roberts instead. It looked like Jones, but it might be number 20, which is Chris Roberts. It is. Yep, so Roberts is in goal now. As
I need to go see my eye doctor.
Well, I thought it was too at first. But, here's a big chat.
Wow.
Right in front of the Salmon River bench, but interference is coming up. And it's going to go to Massena's Matt Gerard, who's going to go to the penalty box. Here you get a look at Matt Gerard, one of the newcomers on this Red Raider hockey team this season. On defense.
Well, Matt Gerard, of course, had a goal in that OFA game that we saw.
His first of the season. Eric DeRosie moves the puck in. It's DeRosie and O'Shea. Walsh along with Cameron, the penalty killers for the Red Raiders. Scott Thompson out there for Salmon on this power play, along with Sean Chubb, John Tarbell. Steve LeBlanc out there. This is Thompson, and a nice pass to Steve LeBlanc, and it's a power play goal for Salmon River as they get on the scoreboard.
Thompson with a sensational pass to LeBlanc, and LeBlanc was just waiting there for it.
And pounding a stick on the ice is Mike Cameron, and I think Mike Cameron let LeBlanc get behind him. And he didn't really have LeBlanc covered, and LeBlanc is able to direct it past Nat Smythe.
Well, the Shamrocks starting out on an excellent note in this second period. That was a big goal. They really needed that in the worst way.
Steve LeBlanc will get the goal.
Thompson definitely will get the assist on that.
Scott Thompson will pick up 1 assist. And we'll wait to see. Let's see if Steve LeBlanc on the season now. That is his 5th goal.
So a key goal, but they need about 4 more of them right here.
You may want to mark next to that as a power play goal, Jamie. Or maybe over here as a...
Oh, absolutely. We want to give them credit for that. So they are 1 for 3 on the power play tonight.
Red Raiders trying to clear they do to center ice. With a puck over there is Brad Wiley for Salmon River. Now John Tarbell steps into a Red Raider player, but let's see, we have a whistle and an offsides call. 13:04 remaining here in our second period. First period was all Massena. The Red Raiders scored 5 times, but Salmon here in the early going have capitalized on a Red Raider penalty, and they have gotten on the scoreboard now. They trail 5-1. Tim Long sending out here Mike Menkes along with Kyle Wells and Joe Ward. This is Cody Thompson. Thompson circling around the net, being bothered by Gerard. Thompson's pass back to the point, gets away from the Salmon player, and now Red Raiders will have to go back in their own zone. This is Cameron backhanding it behind the net. Salmon doing some forechecking here. Poole playing for Ben DeLuca. Too far for him. And the Shamrocks will have to regroup at center. Red Raiders have the puck. Big collision as Joe Ward runs into Salmon River's Brad Wiley. Ward goes down on the play. This is Gerard with a puck. Along the boards, Kyle Wells directs into the Salmon River zone, but it's icing called against Massena. 12:08 remaining, second period. Red Raiders lead 5-1.
Since 1950, Pete's Jewelers has been your art-carved diamond headquarters. Diamond remounting done in store in approximately 3 to 5 days. Trade in your diamonds for new and larger ones. Pete's also carries 14-karat gold chains by Leslie with a lifetime guarantee. As Pat would say, even if it's run over by a truck or chewed up by your dog, you stop in and we'll hand you a new chain on the spot, no questions asked. 300 styles of 14-karat gold earrings, watches by Seiko, Citizen, and Pulsar, and clocks by Howard Miller. Pete's Jewelers, 10 Phillips Street in downtown Massena.
From the draw, Eric DeRossi with a puck for the Red Raiders. DeRossi has a poke checked off his stick by Steve LeBlanc. Now Les Pribble, headbands for Mike Lapointe. Lapointe has a poke checked off his stick momentarily. Lapointe plays it in front. We got a penalty coming up as cross-checked from behind was Jeff Day. And it's going to go to number 88, John Tarbell. Let's see. Hitting from behind, John Tarbell goes to the penalty box. And we're going to look at another Massena Red Raider power play here.
Well, this is one thing that the Shamrocks did not need, and that was a penalty. Red Raiders have been just unbelievable tonight when the Shamrocks have been shorthanded.
Mike Lapointe now for Les Pribble. Setting up in front is Joe Weisskopf. Eric DeRossi will play 1 point, and Adam Barkley the other. That's how the Red Raiders look on the power play. Here's a shot. They score. And it looked like Mike Lapointe stuffed the puck home from the short side on goaltender Roberts. And the Red Raiders score a power play goal as they make it now 6-1. And the writing continues for Jamie Davis. Mike Lapointe's going to get his first goal of the season. Unassisted. It's a power play goal. So the Red Raiders get back the goal that Salmon just scored a few minutes ago. Now moving it over the line, Ryan Burdett. Oh, he runs into Adam Barkley, but Barkley stays on his skates. Now Mike Lapointe with a hard hit. Here's a shot taken from the point that just goes wide of the Red Raider goal. Here's a sliding block by Les Pribble on a Cody Thompson shot. Red Raider player knocked down in front. Look out. Mike St. Louis is quick to get over there as an official, as the fans looking for a penalty shot, as thinking that the Red Raider defenseman may have covered that puck up in the crease. However, he did not, although it was close.
Right next to that little line that goes around the outside of the crease there, and very close.
Scott Thompson, Noah McDonald, Mario Houle, Nate Boots, John Tarbell. That's who's out there for Salmon River right now. And the Red Raiders counter with O'Shea, along with Meacham, Cameron, Justin Walsh for Massena. Here's a shot, and Nat Smythe has it somewhere. He's got it in his equipment, right in his pads.
Right behind the pad.
Yes. And he holds on for a face-off.
That's a good spot to put it, behind the pad. Nobody can see it. Nobody can get at it.
As long as it's an easy shot like that, Jamie, and you make a save like that, but you don't want to be down on your knee and catch one off the knee.
No.
Then it's not a good spot for the puck to land.
No, it's not.
From the draw, the Shamrocks control. Along the board, Sean Chubb playing back to the point. Boots can't hold it in. Here's a race for the puck. Tarbell will beat O'Shea to the puck, and the Shamrocks will clear. They come out to center 2-on-2. In over the line, trying to elude a check with Sean Chubb. He looks around, no call on the play.
Matt Gerard with a big upending there.
Justin Walsh with a right idea as Walsh tried to play the puck across for a teammate who would have had a breakaway, but it went off of Salmon's skate. And then the Shamrocks just failed to click down in the Massena zone. We're under 10 minutes to play in our second period, and Massena leading by 5, 6-1. Wiley knocked off the puck by Meacham. Here's a shot. Oh, and that one just rolls wide of the mark as Chubb got the puck away just as he was being knocked down on the play. And let's see, do we have a penalty? I think
yes, we do.
Justin Walsh is going to go. Interference.
That is who it is.
Well, I said Justin Walsh, and it's my mistake. It's going to be Matt Gerard who goes to the penalty box.
Okay.
So check that, Matt Gerard it is.
Well, I thought you were right that time. Right?
Well, the Red Raider bench is right near the penalty box area,
it is.
So I guess we were just a little bit premature on that call. From the draw, Salmon River here on the power play have Tarbell out there, along with Thompson at the point, and then Scott Thompson up front, Steve LeBlanc, and Noah McDonald. Noah McDonald trying things out here tonight. He's been hurt with a bad back. And also Mario Houle has been hurt with some back problems, but back in the lineup here this evening.
Well, another opportunity for the Salmon River Shamrocks with 58 seconds left in the penalty, and I'm sure they'll want to capitalize here. Down 5 once again.
Scott Thompson will take the face-off. Steve LeBlanc remains out there along with Noel McDonald up front, and on the draw, it's John Tarbell and Cody Thompson. The Red Raiders go here with a penalty-killing unit of Les Pribble out there along with Ben Nightingale, Mike LaPointe, Eric DeRosa. Thompson in over the line. Thompson tries to feed in front, goes off a Red Raider player. Held in now at the point. This is Cody Thompson. John Tarbell with it. Tarbell number 88. Salmon trying to set up here on this power play. Scott Thompson in the corner being chased by DeRosa. McDonald has his pass intercepted, and the Red Raiders will clear the length of the ice. 8:20 remaining here in our second period, in Massena leading by 5. Now the Shamrocks moving in. Scott Thompson from a bad angle lets a shot go, and Nat Smythe was starting to pull off the goalpost that time, Jamie, but Smythe was able to get a piece and hold on for a face-off.
Very fortunate. That one could have gone right in slipped into the corner there. Just a quick little shot right there. Almost found its way in.
He didn't have much to shoot at.
Oh, yeah, that corner cut down real good.
Down to 8 minutes in our second period. Behind the net, Les Pribble doing some forechecking. This is Mike LaPointe. His shot doesn't reach the net as it goes off the stick. Les Pribble once again now has to go off a skate. Red Raiders hold the puck in as they are back at full strength. Pribble flipping the puck towards the net. It's loose in front. LaPointe, a backhander, knocked down in front as LaPointe looking for his teammate, Jeff Day. And the Shamrocks send the length of the ice, and we have icing called against Salmon River. 7:28 remaining, second period. Red Raiders lead 6-1.
Massena Big M at 232 North Main Street strives to serve you the best in groceries and accommodations. Massena Big M works hard to give you the best in produce, meats, deli, and bakery. A convenient carryout service along with competitive prices. Visit their customer service counter for your New York Lotto tickets, banking needs, public assistance benefits, or pay your 9X phone bill. Massena Big M is committed to making their customers a #1 priority. One-stop shopping with small store convenience. Locally owned and operated, your friendly Massena Big M store, 232 North Main Street in Massena.
Welcome back to Northern Athletic Conference hockey action here on Edwards Production Sports. Shamrocks of Salmon River and the Massena Central Red Raiders. Joe Ward attempts to take a shot. That's broken up, and the Shamrocks clear to center. Going after the puck there is Adam Rufa. He's ridden off the play. Sent into the Red Raiders zone, and with a puck there is Mike Menkes. Menkes for Kyle Wells. A nice move to get around one check. This is Menkes in over the line, left side. Menkes puts on the brakes. Tries to feed in front. Red Raider Joe Ward. Now it's pass, and the Red Raiders score. It's Kyle Wells, and what a setup that time. Menkes to Ward to Wells, and the Red Raiders score another goal.
Beautiful little backhand shot by
Kyle Wells.
Wells right at the end of that. Yeah, I was just thinking of the passing that went on there. It's just great.
Wells will get the goal. Mike Menkes and Joe Ward will pick up assists. And for, let's see, Kyle Wells, that is his first goal of the season. So he gets his first varsity goal as a Massena Central Red Raider. And the Red Raiders shoot, they score again. Eric Meacham picks up the goal. For Eric Meacham, now his second goal in this hockey game to go along with an assist. And this comes from the Red Raider from Salmon River being sloppy in their own zone and not being able to clear the puck. And the Red Raiders just put it on goal, and it gets by Chris Roberts.
By the way, the Red Raiders are scoring right now. There's no sense of me putting this pencil down. I can tell you that. They are really going at it out there.
You don't have much time to relax.
The public address announcer is already behind one goal in the announcement. That's really something.
Here's a shot by Houle. The save made. Red Raiders have made a change here as Zach Long now in goal, taking the place of Nat Smythe, who played well in the first period and a half. Meacham unassisted is the goal. Here's a shot. Roberts with a nice save there, as that was off the stick of Tim O'Shea. 6 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in our second period, and it's been all Massena here, 8-1 in this hockey game. A little surprised at this score, Jamie, just from the point of...
Yes, we see a veteran Salmon River team out there. You kind of expected a little something different here, but, you know, you have games like this. And
you do.
All you got to do is just, well, you just play the best you can through the rest of the contest. Just forget about it and go to the next game. That's about the only way you can look at it. Psychologically, you have to look at it that way.
This is Cameron back in his own zone for Massena. Headman's a pass for Andy St. Thomas. Now it's Nick Cormanius. Cormanius in over the line. It's knocked off his stick. Weisskopf with it. Now Cormanius in the corner. Tried to play the puck back out, but it was broken up, intercepted by Sean Chubb. He'll push ahead, center ice area, Steve LeBlanc. LeBlanc in over the line, but a good play that time by Massena's Eric Seacott as he stops the puck with his skate and then clears the zone. Now, center ice area, Thompson can't control the puck. This is Cameron, once again in his own end. Cameron, Seacott lets it go, but it's not out. LeBlanc holds in, knocked down by the Red Raiders. Steve LeBlanc has it once again, tries to feed in front. Nick Carmanius is there. Plays it high off the glass, not out. Cody Thompson's shot goes off the skate of Eric Seacott. Now Andy Thomas. A pass, center ice for Weisskopf, not hard enough. And the Shamrocks are able to intercept. This is Steve LeBlanc back by himself. LeBlanc in over the line and a roller that Zach Long makes the save. Puck goes into the corner. Now Cameron. Now it's Cody Thompson. This is Cameron. Now Mike Lapointe tries to feed in front. It goes off a skate. Lapointe sends one towards the net. Roberts is down. Puck is loose as Les Pribble was right on the doorstep. Finally, the Shamrocks clear. Race for the puck. Sean Chubb tries a one-handed towards the Red Raider goal, but it's wide of the mark.
That didn't have much on it, but those kind of shots are pretty tricky right there to stop.
They are, but I think that one would have missed the net anyway, Jamie, as it was just a little bit wide. We're under 4 minutes here in our second period, and it's been all Massena. They lead 8-1. Nice to have you with us here on Edwards Production Sports for Northern Athletic Conference hockey action. We have an icing call here.
We have a lot of interesting games coming up, especially with this realignment this season. I in a way, myself, after last year, my first season up here, I was very glad to see that realignment the way it was. It'll make for some good rivalries along the way.
Well, and I think it can't help but it help programs like Salmon River and Malone and Ogdensburg as they're going to play teams like Potsdam and Massena a couple times. They will not, they'll kind of play in the, I believe, the B playoffs, so to speak, but they will participate against, obviously, Massena's and the Potsdams during the regular season, and that should help, the programs as the kids, of course, will improve as they will play better competition. Now the Red Raiders moving in over the line, Lapointe. Lapointe for Pribble, a little bit too far for him. Down to 3 minutes in our second period. Along the boards, it's held in as DeLuca tried to clear. Red Raiders feet in front, Mike Lapointe, who has made his presence known here in this game for his first game back after being injured. Massena setting up in front. Justin Walsh tried to feed the puck across to teammate Eric Meacham. Meacham, who already in this hockey game, I believe, has a couple of goals. He does, so Red Raiders will try to feed him and get him a hat trick here.
Both Meacham and Cormanius have 2 goals in the contest, so 2 eligible Massena players for the sombrero ride, you might say.
Are you going to throw your sombrero on the ice if either one that gets a hat trick here this evening?
I did not wear mine tonight.
It's cold enough to wear more than a sombrero. I think you want to wear a toque here tonight.
Thank goodness for headsets. That's all I can say.
Yes, keep your ears warm. Salmon they have a player in front of the Red Raider goal, but unfortunately for Salmon River, they could not play the puck in front as Mario Houle had teammate open.
Oh, my! Wow. Well, a rather vicious hit right there. And I think that was Dakota Thompson delivering that one, and it almost sent the Massena players about 5 rows back in the nickel seats. That was a vicious check.
But we have a penalty coming up to Massena, and we'll have too many men on the ice.
Now the Salmon River Shamrocks being down 8-1, they don't need anything else like that going on. It's bad enough playing against the regular ones that are on the ice. They don't need 2 more added to it, I guess. And I think that's what the penalty is going to be, is too many men on the ice.
2:09 remaining here in our second period.
Seems to be some confusion of the lines that were supposed to be out there and the ones that were supposed to be making a change. And Coach Long, I think that's what he's doing right now, is kind of straightening that out, too.
So the Red Raiders penalized here. Steve LeBlanc moving it over the line, but poke checked off his stick by Mike Cameron. LeBlanc with it in the corner. It's LeBlanc and Thompson, along with Chubb up front on this power play. Cody Thompson. Now Tarbell shooting. Zach Long that saved the rebound. Oh, and it rolls through the crease and wide of the mark as Zach Long made the initial save.
Great save by Zach Long right there. John Tarbell with an excellent try.
Now behind the net. Chubb going after the puck. He's being checked by Weisskopf, who's out there penalty killing with Pribble, Cameron, and Adam Barkley. Here's Barkley, a shot. Chris Roberts has to steer into the corner. Down to 45 seconds on the Red Raider penalty and 1:20 in our second period. 8-1 is our score. Tarbell bumped off the puck. This is Scott Thompson moving in on the off wing. Thompson puts on the brakes. Tries to stick in by Barkley. He swings him around. Barkley with it. Off the boards but held in. Tarbell with a puck. Feeds for Chubb. Chubb working in front. They shoot, they score. It's a power play goal. Sean Chubb will get the assist, I think. Maybe Steve LeBlanc will get the goal.
I think you're right. I think LeBlanc did put it in, Chip.
So we'll have to wait for the call.
One thing about the Salmon River Shamrocks, they do know how to celebrate a goal after. You would think the score was tied and they just broke the tie.
Well, it sounds like they gave it to Chubb from LeBlanc, but I think it's the other way around, I believe.
I think you're right.
LeBlanc from Chubb. So it's 8-2, a power play goal once again, and we're under a minute to play here in our second period. Shamrocks breaking out. Rufa playing the puck to center. Cody Thompson knocks down Massena's Eric Seacott. Pribble forechecking. This is Seacott. Plays a shot right on net. Chris Roberts saw it all the way, and he'll hold on for a faceoff. There you can look at Roberts, who's fixing his pad right now. Just 10 seconds remaining in our second period.
Well, we can't be disappointed with the goal scoring in this game, that is for sure.
If you like goals, you've been treated in this one because we've seen 10 already. Red Raiders stealing the puck in front. It's loose. Roberts is down, and O'Shea and Tim O'Shea, Justin Walsh, and Clint Kerwin almost connected there once again for another goal, but we've played 2 from the Salmon River Ice Arena with our score. The Massena Central Red Raiders 8, the Salmon River Shamrocks 2. You're watching Northern Athletic Conference hockey action, and it's all right here on Cable 24.
Presbyopia is an eye condition that occurs naturally in everyone at around age 40. For 200 years or so, bifocals were considered the only real solution for presbyopia. More recently, progressive lenses, sometimes called no-line lenses, improved on the look and lack of intermediate vision of bifocals. But there were still improvements to be made. Now Verilux Comfort provides the closest thing possible to the natural vision you experienced when you were younger. Verilux Comfort allows you to focus from distance to near without all the jumps, blurring, or head movements required with bifocals and ordinary progressive lenses. For your Verilux Comfort progressive lenses, see Massena Optics, located at 55 Main Street in downtown Massena.
Welcome back to the Salmon River Ice Arena for third period action here as Massena Central Red Raiders leading after 2 by the score of 8-2. And the Shamrocks moving it over the line. Scott Thompson, the shot, he scores as he beats Zach Long. from inside the blue line. And just like that, we have another goal scored. Scott Thompson. Don't know if there are any assists on the play, but Thompson picks up the goal.
Well, team's not wasting any time on that goal scoring bet tonight. They have been on a...
Nobody knows better than Jamie Davis. Scott Thompson.
Goal scored by number 44, Scott Thompson, and assisted by number 7, Sean Chubb, 14-38.
I believe they said the assist went to 7 and 14, was it?
No, 77. Sean Chubb was the only assist on it.
My apologies.
That is quite all right.
So Sean Chubb.
I've got a whole bunch of correcting to do for you. I owe you.
Goal.
And another
the
goal.
Red Raiders have scored to make it 9-3.
Well, I don't know why I even bothered to put the pencil down right now.
And it's going to go to Jeff Day, who picks up the goal. And Jeff Day, another player here for the Red Raiders who gets his name on the score sheet. And if I'm not mistaken here, he is the 14th player for the Red Raiders to pick up at least a point in this hockey game. And a goalie change is Nick George in the net for Salmon River here in this third period. Zach Long remains in goal for the Massena Central Red Raiders. Long took over for Massena's Nat Smythe about halfway through this game. This is Justin Walsh leaving the puck. Red Raiders right in. George can't find the puck. And I believe that Butch Martin thought that goaltender Nick George was hurt on the play, and George was just down, thought he had the puck underneath him. But I think Butch Martin thought that he was injured, and he's laughing and smiling with Tim O'Shea right here. But anyway.
Scored by number 8, Jeff Day. Assisted by number 10, Michael
LaPointe.
23, Eric Rossi, 14-07.
LaPointe picks up an assist, and DeRossi, Mike DeRossi, another player who gets his name on the score sheet now for the Massena Central Red Raiders. 9-3 is our score.
The winner of the raffle was Scott Thompson into $108.
13 minutes remaining to play here in our third period. Red Raiders being checked in their own zone. This is Matt Gerard along the boards. Now Tim O'Shea can't clear it. Held in by Cody Thompson. Now Noah McDonald. His shot is off a skate. Here come the Red Raiders back. O'Shea, nice pass for Justin Walsh. Walsh in over the line, but Cody Thompson steps into him and knocks Walsh off the puck. Now Walsh checks the Salmon player in front of the Salmon River bench, and Justin Walsh, this time I know, is going to go to the penalty box. And I know I'm correct with the name that time.
Case closed on that one.
Yes,
huh?
As he hit the Salmon River player from behind in front of the Salmon River bench, and he'll go to the penalty box. 12:38 remaining.
Well, this is the second highest hockey game goal scoring wise I've ever seen. The first one was in 1973. The St. Catherine Blackhawks beat the London Knights 9-8 and set a OHL penalty record in that game as well. So
imagine if you had to write in that game, you would have been writing. You talk about writing a lot in this game. You would have written the whole game. That game.
Well, I know that the organist that night got a good workout during all the brawls that happened in that one, but that's really not what hockey's about.
Cameron behind the net. Cameron has the puck here. Slaps it along the boards and out. Red Raiders here going with a penalty killing unit of Joe Weisskopf, along with Les Pribble, Adam Barkley, and Mike Cameron. Salmon River here with Cody Thompson out there in the power play. Sean Chubb, Steve LeBlanc. Scott Thompson, here's a shot. George makes the save and the rebound. He covers up right in the goal crease as Nick George made a save, and with the Red Raiders looking for their a shorthanded goal.
Great save by Nick George right there.
From the face-off, Purple going after the puck. Les Purple with Mike LaPointe standing in front. Red Raiders still down a man here for another 25 seconds. Moving out of his own zone, Steve LeBlanc. LeBlanc, nice move, loses his glove right at the blue line, and he also lost his edge as the Red Raiders knocked him off his skates. Mike LaPointe steals the puck, tries to stick handle past Scott Thompson, but Thompson now has to play back to his own blue line as the Shamrocks setting up. Penalized player for the Red Raiders back on, and the Red Raiders back at full strength. 11 minutes to play here in our third period. 9-3 is our score. Scott Thompson backhands one across for John Tarbell. Tarbell wraps it along the boards and deep. Shamrocks changing on the fly. They send out Burdett along with DeLuca. This is DeLuca going after the puck. Ryan Burdett watching Massena's Jeff Day. Day circles around the goal. Now Wiley with it for Salmon River. He'll play it in deep. Going after it there is Charlie Durant. Durant. It's the first time we've called his name in the hockey game. Durant out there with DeRosie on defense, and up front the Red Raiders going with the Ward. So let me see, Joe Ward out there with Kyle Wells, and right now it's Jeff Day. Now Day goes to the bench, and Mike Menkes comes out, and that will that is Massena's line that we have seen throughout this game so far. We have a timeout on the ice. We'll take timeout. 9:58 remaining, third period. Massena leading Salmon 9-3.
Everyone loves gifts like these. The big question is, where are you going to buy them? Some shopping mall where you're paying for the fake statues in the atrium? I think not. Not when you can join BJ's Wholesale Club with your Discover card and get an extra month's membership free. BJ's has MCA's Batman Forever. Imagine Val Kilmer and Nicole Kidman as house guests at your place. End the mall madness. Make it BJ's Wholesale Club for the holidays. Everything comes at a BJ's price that's a fraction of what those malls are charging.
Welcome back to Salmon River. Shamrocks trailing here 9-3 with a puck. This is Kyle Wells. Wells backhands it into the Salmon River zone. In forechecking from Massena is Mike Menkes. This is Tarbell at center ice, loses the puck. Charlie Durant has it. A pass intended for Menkes, too far for him. This is John Tarbell at his own blue line. Nice pass. Scott Thompson in over the line, a shot. Zach Long to save the rebound, and Long makes the save and covers up. Two good saves there by Zach Long. Had a little trouble controlling the first rebound, but was able to make the save while on his knees and cover up for a face-off. And Scott Thompson has had a couple of good shots on goal. He has a goal and an assist in this hockey game, and he took a nice shot there a moment ago, and Zach Long had to make the save.
There are 4 players between the two teams right now that are looking for the hat trick in this game.
From the draw, Steve LeBlanc works in. LeBlanc, a pass intended for teammate Sean Chubb. That was broken up by the Red Raider defense, and this is Justin Walsh sending the puck in deep. LeBlanc has it there for Salmon. LeBlanc, ooh, he's checked on the play, but passes the puck. It's held in by Gerard, who dumps it in front, and the Red Raiders kind of collided that time with one another, as that was Clint Kerwin, I believe, and Justin Walsh. 8:40 remaining here in our hockey game. I don't think we're going to see overtime here tonight, Jamie, unless...
I'm not going to speak too soon, I can tell you that. The way the goals have been coming here. Piling them up like cordwood here.
Matt Gerard plays the puck for Weiskopf. Weiskopf in front. Here's a backhander. George the save. It's loose. Red Raiders have it. Tim O'Shea. O'Shea trying to stick in around Noel McDonald. McDonald takes the puck away. And McDonald tries to feed DeLuca. Now we have Walsh and Joe Bayshot mixing it up. Ooh, there's a big hit as Matt Gerard runs into a Salmon River player. I believe that was Mario Houle on the far side. Red Raiders all alone in front. Here's a shot. They score. Andy St. Thomas.
Well, St. Thomas got the feed from Joe Weiskopf. Joe muscling his way in there and staying right with a good concentration there by Joe Weiskopf, and Andy St. Thomas picking up the goal.
And for Andy St. Thomas, let's see, that's his first point as a Massena Central Red Raider, if I'm not mistaken. That's his first goal. So lots of guys getting on the scoreboard early in the season here. A lot of the first-year Red Raider varsity players. A good sign for Tim Long.
Well, St. Thomas had an assist back in the first period, so the third goal of the game.
Now it's 10-3. Red Raiders in the lead. Red Raiders steal a puck. Now in over the line is Cormanius. Cormanius in 1-on-2. Cormanius feeds in front of shot, and Nick George makes a nice pad save as he puts the pads together that time and stops Andy St. Thomas, who was looking for goal number 2 in the hockey game. Weiskopf picks up his third assist in the hockey game, and Matt Gerard picks up, I believe, his first point in this game. So 7:07 remaining here in our third period. It's been a wild game and lots of goals if you like goal scoring, and you've seen 13 to this point in this game. Now in over the line, Mike Lapointe. Lapointe took a pass from Pribble. Now Lapointe working against Wiley. Wiley stealing the puck away. But Jeff Day also in forechecking. Now Mike Lapointe behind the net. Puts on the brakes, but Steve LeBlanc takes the puck away. Now we have a penalty as Lapointe is hauled down from behind, and interference will be called. We'll take a look at that Red Raider power play when we return. Massena leads Salmon 10-3.
The surefire way to save time and money and give quality gifts for Christmas this year is to come to Carbonell's pre-holiday sale on now. Pick out your gifts at great values and let Carbonell's gift wrap them for free. And if it's for someone out of town, well, they'll even deliver any place in the United States for free. Carbonell's featuring no money down, interest-free charge plans, in-store service, diamond guarantees that cover you even if you lose the whole ring. Carbonell's Jewelry Store, downtown Massena in the Gateway Center, Augsburg, invites you to stop into their pre-holiday sale on now.
If someone tells you there is a lifetime guarantee against loss of the diamond from the mounting, ask them these questions about the guarantee. Will you replace the diamond if it falls out and the prongs are not intact? Also, will you replace the diamond if I hit it and break a prong and the diamond comes out? Will you replace the whole ring if I lose it? And will you replace the diamond if in years my prongs wear out and I lose the stone? Carbonell's does all the above. Stop in for details, plus pick up your free diamond buyer's guide.
Red Raiders on the power play here. They go with the power play unit of Mike Lapointe, Joe Weiskopf, Les Pribble out there. Then on defense, it's Adam Barkley, Ben Nightingale. Salmon counter here, penalty killing wise, with Joe Bayshaw, Scott Thompson, Steve LeBlanc, Cody Thompson. Here's a flip shot that just goes a little wide of the Red Raider goal. Down to 6 minutes in our hockey game.
Tricky little shot right there. That can very easily take a hop the other way.
Yes. Now Pribble drops a pass for Lapointe. LeBlanc. Sends it the length of the ice. 35 seconds remaining here in our final period here. Now behind the net, Adam Barkley. Leaves for Lapointe. Mike Lapointe. Stick handling the center. Lapointe will play in deep, and then he'll skate to the bench as the Red Raiders going with some fresh legs here. Down to 12 seconds on the Red Raider power play. Here's a shot! And, ooh, I'm not sure that Nick George saw that puck, but he reacted well. And, ooh, that time I think it was Justin Walsh that one-timed it. And Nick George had to get the pads together in a hurry, and he just made the save before that one.
I don't think Nick was even sure he made the save. He kind of looked over his shoulder like, did that get through? And there it was, right down below. It's a great save.
Here's a shot right on. Justin Walsh makes the save. Jamie, if you want to recap here, just the scoring summary.
We're here till 11 o'clock. So far in the game.
Tribble with a goal, his third. LaPointe has a goal and 2 assists. For Mike LaPointe, his first goal of the season. Tim O'Shea, his third goal on the season. Meacham has 2 goals and an assist. His first and second goals of the year.
You're doing a great job. I might as well let you do it.
Justin Walsh has 2 assists.
There's so many on there.
Let me see. Nick Cormanius has 2 goals, his first and second of the year. Joey Weisskopf has 3 assists in this game. Andy St. Thomas has a goal and an assist for St. Thomas, his first goal. Mike Cameron has an assist. Eric Seacott an assist. Kyle Wells, his first varsity goal. Here's a shot by Justin Walsh. Save made by George, who's made some good saves since he's come on to play goal here in this third period. Let's see, Joe Ward has an assist in this game, as well as Mike Menkes. Jeff Day has his first varsity goal. Eric DeRosie has an assist, and Matt Gerard an assist. So,
I hope everybody wrote that down. There's going to be a test later.
Yeah.
So.
That's the scoring summary so far for the Red Raiders and for Salmon.
What, that's all?
Steve LeBlanc has a goal, his 5th. Scott Thompson has a goal and an assist. For Scott Thompson, his 2nd goal on the season. And Sean Chubb has picked up his 2nd goal on the season to go along with an assist. Steve LeBlanc also has an assist in this game. In front, puck is loose. Zach Long is down, and he has it underneath his leg. And he'll cover up for a face-off. 4:41 remaining in our hockey game.
If you're wondering why you don't hear anything every once in a while, it's both Chip Chapman and myself trying to get our hands to work again, getting writer's cramp here.
From the draw, Salmon have the puck in front, and a good sliding play that time by Massena's John Rochford, as he just stopped a Salmon River scoring opportunity with that diving play. Rochford, we have not called his name a whole lot here this evening, as he sat out the early part of this hockey game, as did Charlie Durant. Now Scott Thompson with a puck. Thompson going in over the line. He's got Bullett with him. Eric Bullett spun around in front of the net here at the point. Bayshot one-times it, but partially fanned on his shot. We're under 4 minutes in our hockey game, and it's 10-3 Massena. Now at the Salmon River blue line, it's Wiley for LeBlanc. LeBlanc has it knocked off his stick. Andy St. Thomas. Across ice, Cameron. Now Weisskopf, the pass intended for Cormanius. That was broken up. Weisskopf looking for the puck along with Burdett and LeBlanc. It comes loose. And the Shamrocks directed into the Red Raider zone. 3:05 to play. Now Weisskopf. Joe Weisskopf overskates the puck, or he may have had a partial breakaway there. Now Cameron has it broken up by Burdett. Burdett races back the other way. Burdett in over the line, and another play, sliding block by the Red Raider defenseman, this time Eric Seacott. Puck is loose in front, they score. Sean Chubb gets the goal. Chubb was all alone. Zach Long made the initial save, but the puck slid along the crease. And Chubb is there to score.
And that makes the score an unprecedented 10-4.
So Chubb picks up his second and third goals on the season, and I believe Steve LeBlanc will pick up an assist. That's his third point in this game.
You know, here's the announcement of the goal.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I got that one right, Jamie. Chubb from LeBlanc. Now the Red Raiders back the other way. They score.
Les Pribble, I believe, with his second of the game.
And the assist is going to go to Day.
Stay with us, folks. There's still 2 minutes and 37 seconds left. Plenty of time for both teams to get more goals on the board.
We're still here. We're just writing, that's all.
Oh, boy. You got to love it if you like goal scoring. We definitely have seen it tonight. One thing I've got to say, though, even with the score 11-4, the Shamrocks have not let up one bit. Here's the announcement of the goal.
LaPointe also picks up an assist.
And that's the second time that combination is put points on the board tonight. Pribble scored the first goal of the game and an assist from LaPointe as well.
Now a big check along the way. Noel McDonald spun around and hit by Les Pribble. And I'm sure if I'm Noel McDonald, I'm not sure that my back is up to any extracurricular activities.
No.
This is like his first game back, but we got penalties here.
Well, the referee getting right in there and kind of stopping that before it had any chance of getting started, too. Well, this has been a goal-filled game. And if you're just tuning in, yes, the score is the Red Raiders 11 and the Shamrocks 4. And I don't know, Chip, this is the most goals I've ever seen, I think, scored in a high school hockey game that I can remember.
Well, I'm sure there have been a lot worse scores than this, but maybe...
Cameraman Chad Edwards said he's seen a game with 20. Wow.
Could Chad have been goaltending in that game?
Maybe I was goaltending in that game.
Yeah. Now in overline, it's DeRosie. A pass for Walsh, too far for him. But Justin Walsh lets the shot go that George has to deflect into the corner. Down to a minute and a half left. See, I like these, Jamie, because I can say stuff about our producer and cameraman, and like tonight, he can't retaliate. Now it's Scott Thompson back the other way, down to a minute 10. Oh, yes, you can do that. Scott Thompson with a puck, tries to feed in front. Justin Walsh, some good back checking, intercepts the puck there. Now it's Tim O'Shea going to the outside, and a nice defensive play there as Joe Bayshaw rides O'Shea off the puck, but O'Shea stays with it, fed it in front. Justin Walsh has had a lot of chances here in this hockey game. Here's a shot, they score.
And that one just got inside the post, too.
We'll have to see who got the goal. I believe it's Scott Thompson.
I believe it was, too. Thompson, puck hit just inside the post and careened inside for a goal. You know what we're doing? We're writing again, you know.
Yes. But that's okay, because it'll only be for another 45 seconds.
Here's the announce of the goal.
Scored by number 44, Scotty Thompson, and number 66, Steve LeBlanc.
So Steve LeBlanc has picked up 3 assists in this game to go along with 1 goal. George out of his net, but he puts it right on Kermanion's stick. He's spun around.